Don't wear a 12-piece capsule wardrobe. Do you know why? I have recently seen an article by a stylist saying she recommends to all her clients, because it works for everybody, a 12-piece summer capsule. To my mind, I don't think it does. I'm sorry, stylist, whoever you are. I think when we're over 50, over 60, we have got so many clothes in our wardrobes that we want to be able to wear them. And so 12 pieces, why restrict ourselves? Let's use our clothes. And the other factor is in the summer, we need to do so much washing. And if we've only got 12 pieces, we're going to be using our machines a lot more. So surely we want to be condensing our washing into bigger loads, so we're going to need more than 12 pieces. What am I going to do? Let's see. Before we go into that, I'm just going to talk about what I'm wearing, because you do ask. So I have got on a new blouse that I have bought from Sea Salt, and you remember my red one, and I said I wanted to buy it in blue because I love the red one so much. I have now got it in blue. It is available in a mustardy colour, which wouldn't suit me, but if mustard suits you, I think that is such a gorgeous version of this. They've only got 3 colours. Snap it up while it's still available in the UK. No, not available in the States yet. I have got on a new necklace that I bought from Hush, and it kind of sits on the side. It sort of swings itself around to sit on the side, which I think is really attractive. Tiny little star, and it's about half price. So really reasonable, and it comes in silver as well, silver tone. This is gold tone. Loving wearing this, and I'm just sleeping in it and keeping it on. So this is kind of my necklace of the month. I'm wearing earrings that are from Ana Luisa Paris, and now I'm in Ana Luisa VIP. I'm not sure the exact wording, but anyway, just mentioning that. Love these hoops. If I hadn't had this on, I would have a watch on. Lipstick. Now, I'm going to put up here later on some getting my colours done videos, because there's a lot of debate as to whether I'm warm or cool toned. And for those of you who have been following that debate, I asked Lisa Eldridge. I went to see Lisa Eldridge in the month at an event, and asked her, because she was able to go through each one of us and choose lipsticks for us. She said I was definitely cool toned. She saw me in daylight, just as the lady who did my colours was seeing me in front of a window, front of daylight, and definitely cool toned. She recommended 3 lipsticks to me, one of which I'm wearing now, and this is Rose Official I'm wearing. So it's Lisa Eldridge Rose Official. There we go, that's the colour. And so if you are cool toned, love what she selected for me. She selected 3, one's Spirited Away, and there's another one that I'll listen down. So if you are cool toned, and you know you are, I'll list those 3 lipsticks for you. So the stylist recommends 2 pairs of trousers. My preference is 4, so I have picked 5. I think we need 5, because I think we need a pair of joggers. They're cargo pants, joggers, that type of thing, because they're very current at the moment, so that's your fashion piece. So I'm using my Ester black joggers. I think you need a pair of going out trousers that are quite smartish. I've got some wide leg black trousers that I'm choosing for that. You need a pair of chinos for your casual pair of trouser. And I've got some new ones I got off, these are Marks and Spencer's, and I got them from Vinted in a size 8 now, because that's where I'm buying my size 8 clothes, just stock up my wardrobe now, having lost weight. And these are in a light pink, which I quite sort of feel it's a bit of a fun item to have for a chino. Then I think we need 2 pairs of linen trousers. I think we need them in white, and I think we need a camel pair. So that, as I said, that's I think we need 5 trousers. Dresses, it was suggested 2 dresses. To my mind, I think we need day dresses, we need pub garden dresses, we need barbecue dresses, we need restaurant dresses, and they're all going to be slightly different. And also in the UK in particular, we've got different weather to cope with. You know, July is not only going to be hot, well, this year it might be, you know what I mean. So I think it's a case of looking at your diary, look at your calendar, what do you know you've got coming up, and select the number of dresses you're going to need. Maybe you're going to want different ones because you're going to see the same people, and you want variety. Also consider your washing as well. So my selection is this. I have decided on day dresses. That's a sleeveless black one. That's very, very old. from Next, very, very old, in black linen. And black's not ideal in the summer, but still, it's sleeveless dress and it's linen. I've just bought this one from Sea Salt, sort of a cottony jersey material, breathable, sleeveless, and this is going to come to me on come down to my ankles actually, so it's a maxi on me. Remember, I'm 5'2", so this is not a petite. Be aware it'll come to you, say, 4 inches above that. So it's designed as, say, like a midi. And if you're short like me, it might be the perfect day wear maxi. You might go somewhere smart, where you want to be in a summer dress that's smartish. So I've just got a navy with white dots, and it's from Finery a few years ago, and as you can see I haven't worn it yet because it's waiting for that ideal, it's just in my wardrobe waiting for that ideal summer opportunity where I'm needing a smart summer dress. Another red summer dress for just going out, going to someone's house, barbecues, going to a restaurant and so on. This is last year from Marks and Spencer's with some animal print on it. This is a very popular dress. A lot of people were wearing this, even newsreaders last year. Then I think shirt dresses are useful. So I've pulled out an old navy one from Boden, sort of just button down, normal shirt dress with a collar. Then I think a couple of daytime barbecue type dresses. And I have pulled out the one that I bought recently from Marks and Spencer's, which is in cotton, and one from last year in Monsoon. And you can see it's very lightweight material, and it's just an easy breezy that if it's a sweltering, humid day and I just want something breathable. This is not evening wear, this is afternoon wear, isn't it? Barbecue wear, pub garden, that type of thing. Same with this as well. So think about your own calendar, who you're going to see, what you're going to do, and drag out your dresses in accordance with that. Then the stylist says 2 skirts or shorts. 2. So 1 skirt, 1 shorts, or 2 shorts, or 2 skirts. That really, no. I've come up with 5 shorts alone. So I think I want to have my linen-y camel ones, and I've got some in a plain and some in a stripe as well. These are mango a couple of years ago. I think white, because going for the linen trend, is a useful one. I picked these up from Roman last year, and they are just pull-on elastic, kind of look like a fake jeans short, but they're very, very comfortable. They've sort of got the shape of a cargo short or a denim short, but they're not, and they're just stretchy and elastic and very comfortable. Those, plus my Marks and Spencer's teal ones that I've been wearing a lot this month, which are now in the wash, so I can't show you those, but you know what I mean. So that is just shorts alone. For skirts, I'm going to go for 3. And that is one I got from Marks and Spencer's years ago in a light green colour. One that I got from Zara a few years ago is sort of red and floral. And then a plain skirt as well that could go with some patterned tops or decorated coloured tops and so on. So a plain black skirt. This is S. Deer.
Then the stylist, she's not a YouTuber, by the way. It is a London, or it is a UK stylist, and that is her business. Doesn't do YouTube. But she said 4 tops. I don't know. Do you not do washing? I shouldn't be critical, but 4 tops just won't do for me. You know, you could have 3 events in a row. When are you going to get your washing done? You know, you need to be planning this. Plus, also, when you're thinking about your trousers, your skirts and your shorts, are they patterned or are they plain? So I've got a bit of a mix. I've got quite a lot in the way of neutrals in my way of my shorts and my trousers. I've got some pattern in my skirts. So I've got a mix of neutrals and a mix of patterns in tops, and enough that I can actually bulk my washing up. So what I've chosen from my wardrobe is this one because it's new and it's bamboo and breathable, and will go with the neutrals that I have got as my base items. Other pattern tops I've selected that I've dug out but I haven't worn for a year are these 2, which are Cabby. I got these from Vinted, they're second hand, so I don't only buy new. And then my beloved, this is new, but a few years ago I bought this new, and it's my beloved animal print, which I still haven't, animals as in animal print, haven't worn it this year, but I've worn it a lot in the past, and that I know will go with my going out neutrals that I've picked. Then I've got neutral tops because I've got a few patterns, but also the neutral tops will go with the neutral bottoms for that sort of coastal grandma vibe. So I've got a lot of linen here, and some cotton. So a cotton t-shirt. I would also say pull out your black, navy, white t-shirts as well and just shove them in because they're handy to wear with everything. So on top of this, your basic t-shirts too. I've got linen top, beige and white. These will go with my linen bases and also with some of the coloured items, but that coastal grandma loose modern linen vibe. A new striped black and white, ivory and white short sleeve t-shirt. Then we've got another fun t-shirt with a bridge on it. An Esther t-shirt with the lady on it. That's cotton too. A cotton beige t-shirt. That is from Amazon. I hope it's still available. I can link it for you. A sleeveless ivory blouse. And a coloured linen blouse that I can link for you. UK and USA. That is kind of what I think in the way of tops. And no way is that for in sort of big bumblebee. I thought it was going to come in the window there. It's only 20 degrees according to Alexa today, but it's so humid. It feels so much more than that. Really humid. So I've got the windows open. Yeah, big bumblebee.
And then she says 2 jackets, which I kind of agree with for summer because we don't really need, in the UK, we don't need jackets that much because we don't have air conditioning, in a lot of the places we go to. Some go to the supermarket, mind you do need a jacket, don't you? You need a jacket, it's freezing in there. But if you're living in air conditioning, then actually you may need more jackets than 2. But I think we do need a couple because you can have cool evenings. I've got to decide which jackets to get. So I've got a couple of coloured ones out that I really need to see which ones are going to fit my capsule here. So I've got my pink one, which I love and everybody loves, and also I've got an orange one, a sort of a denim style jacket. So they're both denim style jackets, not denim but coloured. Both of them would go with the neutrals. That would go really well with that. This would go well with that. And I think we look at this dress. Would that go with that? That would also go. That would go really well with that. So I'm tempted. You know what? My wardrobe's in my house. It's not as if I'm going to be packing this to go on holiday or anywhere, put in a suitcase. I'm going to put them both in because they'll both go with some things. And I know you love the pink one, and maybe you're going to love the peach one as well. I thought maybe a linen jacket. This is very old from Primark, but maybe a linen jacket would be useful. So here we go. We're going to go with 4. Then I've got a bomber jacket, a thin weight bomber jacket in navy. I picked this because it's thin and because it's a neutral. It's not in keeping. That navy is not in keeping with the palette I've got here. So I am not going to have that because this is all a bit too light for that navy. So no, I'm going to stick with those 3 jackets. And that, my dears, is most certainly not 12 pieces. But I think that will give me a variety, the right variety of items for me to pick and choose from my wardrobe for any event I'm going to be going to in July. Now, what did I wear in June? So what have I worn for the summer so far?
We started off the month in June with slightly cooler weather than we've got now, and I went to Open Gardens, which in the UK is where some people open their gardens for you to go and have a wander around. So on that particular day, I decided, I still had a bad back at the time as well, so getting dressed wasn't quite as easy as it would have been. I wore wide leg jeans. I didn't want jeans that were just going to be close to my legs and making me over hot. So I think a nice pair of wide leg light wash denim jeans are perfect for that cooler summer day at that time. And I used my Esther t-shirt that I mentioned that I would use in the month, and I've used this a couple of times actually, the one with visual, it has some wording on it, visual something, and just, attractive shape with the sort of I like the boxy length of it, and I like the sleeves here. So that got a couple of outings, but I wore that with, I didn't really want to do laces and so on, so I wore my black trainers, and as I said, I had bad back.
Talking of which, I do now have these things that you put in. So you take your laces out and you put in these things you can get from Amazon, and then you can just slip your foot in, so it just becomes a slip-on. And it stops that scruffy lace business that we get. Interestingly, I wore these to London and observed every single person I saw wearing white trainers, and there were a lot, all generations, all sexes. Nobody had arranged their laces in such a way as you can't see the knot. No one. I was the only person I saw that had this type of arrangement that fashionistas tell us to wear. It's comfortable, really easy to put on. I think they're worth the investment. But I mentioned it to my daughter. I said I was the only, she's 28. So I was the only person I saw that had my trainers like this. And she said, oh, people aren't doing that now. Next, we went to some friends to sit in their garden to eat. And I wore a maxi dress I bought last year from Monsoon. Sadly, it's not still available. And I've looked at Monsoon. I haven't really seen much on their website that I fancy this year either. To link down below for you. But I wore this, and it was a bit chilly, and she lent me a cardigan that she's just bought from Next. If they're available still, I will link them down below. But yes, that was a growing out outfit. My faithful last year maxi dress, which I got a lot of use out of last year, and hopefully some of you bought it last year as well. I wore with it my ever so comfortable slides that I've just got from Dream Pairs, and these are available in the UK and the US and various other countries, so I will link them down below. But they are just so comfortable under here, so comfortable on the foot. So that was a great addition to a maxi dress, and I do like a pair of slides with a maxi dress. I think that's a really great look, really casual summer barbecue outfit, isn't it? My necklace is one that I have been asked about quite often. I can't link exactly this one because it came in a curator box, but I have found some similar, and we'll link them down below. And the ones similar I put in other videos, and you've been buying them up, so it's obviously helpful. Now, at my friend's house, I noticed that she was wearing a blouse similar to one that I have been wearing quite a lot on camera and that you've been buying, and that's my Amazon blouse here with the Swiss dots on it and the puff sleeves. And I also found this available in Walmart. So in the States, you've got Amazon and Walmart, which I'll link down below. And in the UK, you can get this from Amazon, which I'll link below. My friend had found one similar, which didn't have puff sleeves, but more flutter sleeves. So if I can find that for you, she got it from Amazon as well. I will link that down below because that gives you an extra option. But coincidentally, she watches my videos, but she hadn't seen me talk about this blouse. And yet, so it had obviously appealed to her when she found it on Amazon, entirely separately from the fact that I've got something similar. And often we actually do have buy the same things, or wear the same things. So yeah, weird. Then I went to London to see Lisa Eldridge, and she was talking about makeup. I went with a friend, a blogger, Gail from Is This Mutton. We're good friends, we go to the theatre together and things like that. And because I used to blog, and that's why how we met. But anyway, we went together. I wore a Estia outfit. I wore my wide-legged culottes and this Estia t-shirt. I brightened it up with a pink jacket, a cabbie jacket. You've been snapping up pink jackets like this, so I will, like other things, I will link it down below. So don't worry about, just open up Show More, you'll find links to various things. And I felt very London, very Selfridges in my outfit. And the sandals that I tried the outfit on with, that I took with me to wear in my bag, are another pair of Dream Pairs sandals. These are the nude ones that are available in the UK and in the States, Canada, and so on and so forth. So you know what I'm going to say. Then one day I had to go just to the shops, go out, and I was just wanting to be comfortable during the house. So I wore a jumpsuit that is Marla Wynne from QVC, and put a white t-shirt on underneath it. It was comfortable in the house, comfortable for working from home, doing Zoom calls as well, making videos, and also popping out to the shops. Then we went to a country fair, and this is one of those things in the UK, we call them fairs, country shows. It's a South of England show I went to, and it's where they show cattle, and they've got show jumping in the arenas, and there's lots of shopping sites as well, food, drink, clothes, that kind of thing. You might call them festivals in Canada, and I don't know what you call them in the States. Anyway, that type of event. So it was a hot day. I wore some Bowden shorts that I got several years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago. And these are the chino shorts from Bowden with a 8-inch or 6-inch leg, something like that. I don't know if they still do them. They're slightly big for me because obviously I've lost weight now. Anyway, I'll link some down below for you if they still are available. I thought a kind of gimmicky t-shirt along the lines of sort of advertising a microbrewery would be quite fun and in keeping with the day, really. So I wore that with it, and I like black and the beige together. And on my feet, it would have been something comfortable. It was my Birkenstocks and a big bag, which is incredibly handy. And I've used this bag a lot this summer because it holds so many things, and I can put a spare pair of sandals in if I want to be wearing comfortable shoes somewhere and then dressing up to go dressing into something else. So a pair of sandals, you can have water in your bag, you can have your sunglasses, obviously makeup and purse type stuff as well. Foldable hat. I've shown it in another video how I've actually put stuff in this bag, but yeah, perfect. And I could put my shopping in there as well. Then that evening we went to a gastropub with some friends, and I wore a red dress that is no longer available. I'm really sorry. This is from Saint-Tropez. I've had so many people asking about this dress, but on LTK there are several dresses similar, so you can get that same kind of look. My sandals are ones that are available in the States but not in the UK in this colour, and these are the Dream Pairs red sandals. They were just so comfortable. Wore them out to the gastropub. I wasn't walking there, I did go in the car. I felt like I just didn't have heels on. I know the heel's only 2¼ inch. It's not high. That's as far as my heels can go, because otherwise it just put my back out and make my legs ache and that kind of thing. So, but these were absolutely so comfortable. I popped over a denim jacket, and I actually prefer it with a denim jacket. I feel the dress is a little bit frumpy without, because it's just a little bit too big and flowy on me. And I needed a belt, so I swapped out the material belt that comes with the dress and added an elastic belt, dress belt that you can get from Amazon, and I'll link some down below. And what else? A red bag. Then the next day I was going to London, and strangely, another red dress. For some reason, a lot of my summer dresses are red. I don't know why. And yet in the winter I don't wear red. So bizarre. So this dress is from Bowden a few years ago, and I wore this to meet some colleagues I'd worked with when I was in my 20s. We were all in our 20s and now we're in our 60s. We met 40 years later. We met last year. This was the second meeting, and it was really fun. We sat in somebody's kitchen, which was cool, and there were 6 of us this time, and just talked about the old days and ate and so on. So this is what I wore, and I thought it was a really good outfit for meeting people that you haven't seen for a while. That was on a really hot day, keep me cool, and I thought I felt good in it. Then I went to London again to meet Angela Mason. She was over here on holiday, you possibly know that, and we had a fantastic day sightseeing around Oxford Street Way, and we took them to pubs so they could be introduced to Aperol Spritz and English beer. Then we sort of Marks and Spencer's. I introduced Angela to Marks and Spencer's. We tried on a dress together, and I ended up buying it. Angela, it didn't really quite fit her quite so well. And then we went to a rooftop garden to eat, and just had a lovely day. We got on so well. Our husbands got on. My husband just nutters. So we heard them behind us. They were chatting away the whole time. And I wore this Estia dress, which I can't show you. It's not on the rail here, but you'll see the photo. This one is a shirt dress, and it's now in the ironing pile. So I wore this. I took my bag I've told you about that has so much in it with a spare pair of shoes, because I wore Birkenstocks to walk around in London, and then had a spare pair of sandals for going to eat. But do you know what? I didn't bother to put my sandals on, because so many people were in Birkenstocks, and it was just the done thing anyway, really, that I didn't need to change my feet, my sandals, my footwear. This foldable hat was very handy though, because it was so hot up there on that rooftop. And yeah, Angela and I had fun taking photos. Then there was a day I had to go and do something, and I'm not entirely sure what it was. But I wore joggers, and I wore a sea salt t-shirt that I've got this year that's still available, and joggers from Esdia in black, and I really can't think what I was doing, but I was obviously leaving the house or seeing somebody. I think I was going to Waitrose wine bar for lunch with a friend. I think that's what I was doing. Then I went to the beach and wore my new Marks and Spencer's shorts that you have been snapping up in all sorts of countries. You're snapping these up. I can just see from the statistics. They are still available and they're in lots of colours. These are my favourite shorts of the summer so far, and I am now thinking of getting it in a different colour while it's still available. They suit my leg length, and they're a good fit. That they're just really a true to size fit, and I love this teal colour. Yes, I'm thinking about another colour now, and linen shirt over the top that I half tucked because I was replicating an image I'd seen from a brand, not Marks and Spencer's, a different brand, and I thought I can replicate that, so I did. And we went to the beach. I wore plasticky Birkenstocks at the Arizonas, and the ones that are waterproof, that you can go into the water, because I don't want my leather Birkenstocks getting salt water on them, obviously. And these were really comfortable. Yeah, that was early in the morning before the sun heated up the stones and pavements. So we were back home again by 10:30. So this was sort of like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I think that brings us to the end of the month.